Hello, everybody, and welcome to College Sports Up. So, just now, the Saints beat the Carolina Panthers to move on to the divisional round. But unfortunately, we're going to be having to play the not the Minnesota Wild, the Minnesota Vikings. Uh, but still, it's still good to be moving on. We haven't won a divisional, even a playoff game since 2013, the last time we were in the playoffs. We swept Carolina, winning 3 out of 3 times, so that's fantastic. Obviously, I can't stand Carolina. I'm a Saints fan. But with that said, Carolina played fantastic, really. Yeah, we were up going to the half 21-9, but we ended up winning 31-26. The fourth quarter, technically, yeah, the fourth quarter. But just the second half comeback by Carolina was fantastic. I know that I talk a lot of smack on the Panthers and mostly Cam Newton, but he's a good quarterback. He's just kind of inconsistent. And honestly, if he had more offensive weapons, maybe they would have won that game. And they would be a lot better team if they actually surrounded him with better talent on the offensive side. And mostly the receiving game, but also the offensive line. Their defense is fantastic, even though Drew Brees lit it up. They stopped their offensive running game completely, which is surprising if you ever watched the Saints game this season. But I don't know. Can we just talk about the greatness of Drew Brees? So he was 23 for 33, 376 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. But technically, the interception kind of helped us more than hurt us because we were going on in a 4th and 2. For whatever reason, I thought it was stupid with 2 minutes left in the game when we were up by 5 points. I still don't understand why we went for it on fourth down. I thought we'd be better off punting it. Obviously, if we punt it, we got them inside the 10 most likely. I mean, Morsett's a fantastic punter, one of the best in the league. But it all turned out well. So let's talk about the intentional grounding. Number one, I do agree with the referees. It was intentional grounding. He was in the middle of getting sacked. Actually, no, he was running out, technically, and then he threw, and then he got hit. He was outside the pocket. He threw it. It was nobody near him. And then how the game ended. So Von Bell, I admit I wasn't the biggest fan of this guy, but he's the reason why. He's the one who got the game-winning sack. Really, uh, Cam Cam Jordan technically assisted, but it was all Von Bell. He's not the best coverage safety, but he's a good blitzer. He has 4.5 sacks this year. Technically, if you want to count this game as part of the season, he has 5.5. As a safety, that's very good. And he's one of the best. He's one of the leading tacklers for the Saints. But I'm still not the biggest fan of him, unfortunately. He may be coming around since then. But I was about to have a heart attack this game, and honestly, if we would have lost, I was watching the game at my parents' house. I was just gonna lock myself in a room and probably watch the Bruins game on my computer. And unfortunately, the Bruins are losing 3-1, but it's okay. They won last game. It's a back-to-back, and they won last game 7-1. But enough about hockey. This is football. But this was just a fantastic game. Let's start it off with Ted Ginn. He played fantastic. So, let's start off with the two 3-and-outs to start off with the Saints. So I was pretty mad, honestly, for that we went 3-and-out 2 times in a row. But luckily, the Panthers kind of messed up. Number 12 dropped a touchdown pass, and then Graham Gano missed a 22-yard field goal, which is weird because he only missed one field goal all this year, and that was above 50. And what's even weirder that he made a 58er. So he's obviously not a bad kicker. But again, likely the Panthers didn't score either. So the first touchdown came off of Ted Ginn. Ironically, he used to play the Panthers as far as to go as last year. So Drew Brees just kind of chuck it up there. I don't remember if it was a play action. Most likely it was. But he just made a nice move. It wasn't a seam route. I don't remember the name of the route, unfortunately. But it was just it was probably not a post either. It's hard to explain. I don't. If I knew the route, I'd tell you. But he caught it and made a few people miss. 80-yard touchdown, thankfully. And then the second touchdown to put the Saints up 14-3 was a play action to Josh Hill. And then the third touchdown for the Saints to go 21-6 at the time, I believe, was a fullback run by Zach Line. So as I said before, the Saints were up 21-9 going to the half. Well, I just want to say how good the Saints defense actually played, believe it or not. I mean, we did not allow a touchdown until the fourth quarter. Yeah, they put up a lot of yards on us, but it wasn't until the fourth quarter they got in or end zone, which is just fantastic. But I don't know. Again, like I said before, Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram kind of got locked up. The run defense, for the Panthers played fantastic. But unfortunately for them, they could not lock up our passing game. Which we desperately needed, because in the past games, if you watched this year, if you locked up the Saints running game, you basically killed the Saints. And I honestly don't know why. We have Drew Brees, we have Alvin Kamara, who's a good receiving back. We have Michael Thomas, Ted Ginn. Brandon Coleman he's useful. And we also have Josh Hill, who's an okay tight end. He played good this game. I still feel like we should draft a tight end in the first round. Mark Andrews. But let's look at the stats for the wide receivers and tight ends. So Michael Thomas, in his first playoff game, 8 receptions, 131 receiving yards, proving that he's one of the best wideouts in the game, even though he's not very vocal about it, similar to Marcus Colston. I'm so surprised that Marcus Colston retired without a Pro Bowl to his name. Ted Ginn had a fantastic game, like I said before, the 80-yard reception. 4 receptions for 115 receiving yards and a touchdown. Josh Hill, 3 receptions for 49 yards. This game was just fantastic. Defense played fantastic, believe it or not, like I said before. Cameron Jordan was a monster the whole game. He had a sack, multiple tip balls, always getting pressures. And then I thought Teo played well too. Marcus Williams played fantastic for a rookie safety. Ken Crowley, he had his ups and downs, a lot of penalties on him. But it just feels fantastic to win. Greg Olsen, obviously one of the best tight ends in the game. Honestly, if he would have played... honestly, the Panthers might have won one of the games if Greg Olsen would have played. Christian McCaffrey, great receiving back. Greg Olsen had 8 receptions for 107 receiving yards and a touchdown, while Christian McCaffrey had 6 receptions for 101 receiving yards and a touchdown. And then Devin Funchess, even though he was injured, he had 4 receptions for 79 yards. So what I'm trying to say, this was a great win by the Saints. Panthers, you're a great team. I didn't believe that I honestly thought you were going to be the worst NFC South team. But with that said, I thought you guys were going to go 8-8 in my preseason predictions. So I knew that the NFC South wasn't going to be bad at all. I thought it was going to be the best division. Turns out that it is. Now let's hope that there's another NFC team going to the Super Bowl. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share the video. Thank you.